Wall Street just hit the sell button on Circle. On March 24th, Circle dropped over 20% in a single day, wiping out billions in market value. This is not a normal sell-off. This is a repricing of the entire business model. A new draft of the Clarity Act leaked, and the market suddenly realized that regulation might put a hard ceiling on how far USDC can actually grow. Smart money is asking a scary question right now. Is the growth machine that we all loved about Circle still allowed to run at full speed? If you're holding Circle stock or thinking about buying the dip, then you need to see this video. Now, do not skip this part because what's in this Clarity Act bill could completely change how USDC works, and it's actually very easy to understand. The Clarity Act is still not final. It is a big crypto market structure bill stuck in negotiations, especially around stablecoins. The current baseline tax from the March 23rd, led by Senators Tillis, is bank-friendly and very restrictive on yield. It bans passive yield or rewards on stablecoin balances. That means you generally cannot earn returns just for holding USDC or other stablecoins in your wallet or on a platform. Rewards would only be allowed on a narrow activity-based basis, for example, tied to actual usage like sending payments, transfers, or specific platform actions. Anything economically or functionally equivalent to bank interest is prohibited, including indirect workarounds. The SEC, CFTC, and Treasury would get up to 12 months to define the exact boundaries. So why did this matter so much for Circle? USDC holders and platforms have been earning about 4 to 8% plus, sometimes higher in DeFi, through various yield strategies. Compare that to traditional bank savings in the US or Europe, you're often looking at around 1 to 4%. That extra yield has been a powerful driver for holding large amounts of USDC instead of parking cash in banks. If passive yield is restricted, the incentive to hold and grow USDC supply weakens, especially at scale. Fewer holders and slower circulation growth directly hits Circle's business. Important context is that banks have been lobbying hard for this. They don't want stablecoin platforms competing directly for deposits by offering better returns, because if users can earn more on USDC without the bank intermediary, then deposit flight becomes a real risk for traditional finance. Crypto industry players, including Coinbase, have pushed back strongly, saying that the language is too narrow and anti-competitive. Negotiations continue in the background. The bill went to Easter recess without a revised text, but updated language is expected soon. Senate Banking Committee markup is now eyed for late April after recess ends around April 13th. This is not over. There could still be at least one more round of changes. So here's why the stock dropped. Circle still has one of the strongest business models in crypto, but to really understand this drop, you need to look deeper than just the price action. The company earns the majority of its profits from interest on USDC reserve. Those reserves are invested mainly in short-term US treasuries, and this is where things get interesting, because in the last reported quarter, Circle generated strong revenue from that reserve income. On paper, nothing looks broken. USDC supply continues to grow. It has sent a net increase of about $4.5 billion year to date in 2026. The current circulating supply sits around 77 billion tokens. So naturally, you'd expect the stock to stay strong, right? Well, not exactly, because the market isn't just pricing today. It's pricing what could happen next. The stock is highly sensitive to two big factors. Number one is interest rates, and number two is regulatory uncertainty. The sharp drop was driven by fear over the Clarity Act draft, not weak current numbers. Importantly, the bill is not final yet. It is still in discussion, with the Senate Banking Committee markup expected in late April after the Easter recess. So people are already pricing in the fear, but it might change very soon. Before you click away, you need to see this next part, because this is exactly what most people are missing about Circle. While the market is focused on the risks from the Clarity Act, many are overlooking key catalysts that could drive Circle's recovery and growth in the upcoming years. First is the ARC blockchain. This is Circle-owned Layer 1 blockchain. It is currently in public testnet and designed as a stablecoin native economic operating system. Gas fees are paid in USDC. Settlement is ultra fast at around 0.5 seconds. It targets real-world use cases such as payment, lending, real-world assets, and foreign exchange. ARC has already processed over 150 million transactions and 1.5 million wallets in testnet. A successful mainnet launch could unlock entirely new revenue streams and much deeper adoption. Second is the real-world payment adoption. USDC is expanding beyond trading into cross-border payments and remittances, especially in markets like Africa. Circle is building actual payment infrastructure that is faster and cheaper than traditional bank wires. And the third reason is USDC remain the most compliant stablecoin. As of late March 2026, USDC has around 77.3 billion tokens in circulation, and the reserves backing it stands at 77.6 billion. The stablecoin has shown strong growth even in uncertain markets, with transaction volume reaching record levels. On the regulatory front, there is still hope for improvement because the crypto community and industry are actively pushing the Senate for revisions on the yield language. Coinbase and others have objected to the current narrow activity-based rules, calling for more workable incentives. Because the tax is still a draft and markup hasn't happened, there is room for a friendlier compromise. For example, a broader definition of activity-based rewards that could still benefit Circle and the ecosystem. If the final rules end up too restrictive, it could slow the growth, but if revisions allow more practical rewards tied to real usage, then USDC adoption could rebound strongly. The Clarity Act may limit the passive yield, but it does not kill Circle's core story. USDC is still one of the strongest and most trusted stablecoins in the world. Now, the most important part is the Circle stock price prediction. Currently, around 17 to 23 analysts are actively covering Circle Internet Group. Interestingly, the overall consensus remains positive, leaning toward a buy or a outperform rating. The average price target stands at approximately $126, implying a potential upside of about 40 to even 46% from current levels, trading around $82 to $95 currently. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The range is extremely wide. The low target is only $60, but the high target is $235. This creates a nearly 4 times difference between the most bearish and the most bullish views. So here are the base scenarios tied to Clarity Act outcomes, according to, well, my personal views. My bear case is that there is no meaningful changes to the yield rules. Tighter restrictions plus lower interest rates could pressure USDC's growth. The stock might test $50 to $70 range in a worst-case consolidation. The base case is with current path and minor tweaks. Gradual recovery towards $90 to even $140 over the 12 months as uncertainty clears and other catalysts like ARC and payment play out. And the bullish case is that with positive revisions or favorable activity-based rules in the Clarity Act, if the Senate improves the language allowing more effective rewards for usage that benefits Circle, then USDC could push toward 100 to 150 billion supply. The CRCL stock has a realistic shot at the nearest peak at around $140, or even retesting the all-time high levels about $220 to $300 on a renewed growth optimism. And of course, this is just my analysis based on the current data. The market can always deliver surprises that no one expects, so do your own research and be responsible with your own investment. To sum it up, the Clarity Act is not final yet, so there is a lot that can change. The market is reacting early before the full picture is clear. Long term, I'm still bullish, but I'm not buying aggressively right now. I'd rather wait for a better entry or clearer signals. Circle hasn't lost its thesis. The growth story is still there, it's just more constrained. But what do you think? Is the market overreacting, or is this a fair repricing? Make sure to comment down below. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more simple breakdowns like this. Thank you so much for watching, and daily out.